Welcome to once again the Future Knowledge Bank. Every day, one live you are facing, and your response also similarly. I'm happy, and almost I'll try to glance this once. You will get lot of very important points. And today I'm coming in front of you the fourth lesson of the third lesson of the biology, transportation. That is means actually transportation in human body takes place from the heart only. Heart will transport total blood to the all parts of the body. That is a meaning we are considering as a transport system. Otherwise we can say directly the heart. So here human transport system, before I am going to say what is the heart is transporting. The heart is transporting blood. Blood through the blood contains one pigment, that is the hemoglobin. In that hemoglobin, why the blood is red in color? The people may ask. Because it is contains the iron protein, hemoglobin, that means iron protein. That protein will carry oxygen throughout the body. Because of the oxygen carrying point of view, lot of respiration process taking place, and we'll get 40 ATP molecules. So this kind of system point of view, the heart is playing very important role, and that heart means exactly 75% of the left side of the human chest it will be there, and the heart will pump the blood minimum 72 times, and here the heart mainly it is covering with very interesting two layers, that is called pericardium layer, double layered. In that pericardium layer, pericardial fluid will be there. That fluid will sometimes anybody got certain accident on the chest, the heart is not going to be disturbed simply because the pericardial layer which heart is covered is extraordinarily strong, and the fluid, the pericardial fluid which is absorbing the shock absorbs. That means whatever the shock heart is getting, or somebody stamped on your heart, somebody stamped on your heart immediately won't get disgusted. Why? Because that will absorb the shock whatever it got by the stamping of some other fellow, and the fluid is mainly acting like a shock absorber in the vehicles. How the motor vehicle is having shock absorber, this heart also is getting the shock absorber with the help of the pericardial fluid. So, and in this mainly you can see the heart here, heart will pump the purified blood throughout the system. That is the reason this heart is called pumping station of our body. The first thing is the heart is called pumping station of our body. It pumps the blood all throughout all the body. And here the heart contains four chambers, and the other what you call aves and birds, they are having three chamber heart, but the humans, especially mammals, having four chamber heart. The first chamber is right atrium, the second chamber is left atrium, the third chamber is right ventricle, the fourth chamber is left ventricle. Like that is having four chambers, and here three types of blood vessels are there in our body. The first type of blood vessel is arteries. The arteries is the first type of blood vessels, and the second type of blood vessel is veins. The veins is the second type of blood vessels, and third type of blood vessel is capillaries. Capillaries length is so long that we can cover the earth three times. That much of lengthy capillaries will be there. So these are the three types of capillaries, and now the first one is in the heart point of view, we have to discuss only about the arteries and veins. Here, the four chambers I told you. So whenever the heart starts pumping. How it will take action? First of all, whenever the impure blood is totally, every part of the body got blood, after using the blood will become impure blood. The impure blood of the heart in that our body we call deoxygenated blood. That is called deoxygenated blood. Why? Because there is no oxygen in that one. The deoxygenated blood from all the parts of our body will comes to the heart, and it is going to be received by inferior vena cava. This is the vein, inferior vena cava, receiving impure blood from all parts of the anterior, the posterior parts of the body here. The posterior parts of the body, this inferior vena cava is taking, and the impure blood, so called deoxygenated blood, reaching the right atrium. It is reaching right atrium, and the whatever the impure blood, the heart is using, the heart also uses blood. Why? Because the whenever one person is cooking, he cannot survive. Like that, this heart is supplying the blood, and to living purpose, each and every organ in our body has to live, means it needs the blood supply. So the heart also needs a certain type of blood and to stay alive. So where this heart is getting the blood means the coronary artery. The coronary artery is supplying the purified blood to the heart muscles. The heart muscles are receiving coronary artery through the pure oxygenated blood. The pure oxygenated blood receiving by the muscles of the heart from coronary artery. So, once again I will repeat, the impure blood from all parts of the posterior parts of the body, the inferior vena cava is bringing and reaching the right atrium. The impure blood from the heart and brain, we are getting the from superior vena cava. Superior vena cava. And these inferior vena cava and superior vena cava together we call caval veins. Together we call caval veins. Once again, what are the main vessels bringing the impure blood to the heart means inferior vena cava from the posterior parts of our body, and the superior vena cava from the anterior parts of our body. Both are bringing the impure blood to the right atrium. Here near the right atrium, you can see a tricuspid valve is there. This valve is guarding this right ventricle, and this tricuspid valve allows the blood, impure blood, deoxygenated blood to the right ventricle, and again this impure blood whichever entered into the right ventricle cannot come back. These valves won't allow to receive again. It is the valve's action is only to send the impure blood whatever it got in the right atrium. So this impure blood, where it will go means, you can see one kind of valve is there here. One kind of valve is there to this where from the right ventricle one valve is there. The impure blood will go through the right from the right ventricle. One valve is there, that is called pulmonary artery. Pulmonary means it is a concerned word of lungs. Here this artery will carry the impure blood to the lungs, where the lungs, the impure deoxygenated blood is going to be get purified. Again, the purified blood in the lungs. The lungs is a very nicely tiny particles which is alveoli we can call, is a parts of alveoli. The lung also covered with a beautiful one layer that is called pleura, and the lung is taking good action and purifying and sending the oxygenated blood back to the heart. Who is carrying the oxygenated blood after purification in the lungs? Lung is nothing but a purifying machine. It is a purifying machine for our human body. Everything we want to purify and complete pure blood. That means oxygenated blood we want mean the lungs are very important. So it is our minimum duty to keep the lungs healthy by not smoking and keeping away all smokes and not staying near the industrial areas and wherever the ventilation is good you have to stay there like that. A good situation point of view, lungs are going to be safe side. So from the lungs pure oxygenated blood will enter into the pulmonary vein and the pulmonary after the pulmonary vein it will enter into the left atrium. In the left atrium the pure blood is joined and this what do you call this left atrium the pure blood is joined that will enter into the left ventricle with the help of the mitral valve. This mitral valve is allowing the pure oxygenated blood into the left ventricle. This left ventricle collects total oxygenated pure blood and it will enter through the this mitral valve also called bicuspid valve. This mitral valve which is allowing the pure blood into the left ventricle also called bicuspid valve. Through the bicuspid valve it is the pure blood cannot go back again the left atrium. It will go to the one largest artery in our body is there. The largest artery in our body that is called aorta. Aorta is the largest artery in our body. This aorta is collecting the pure blood that is so called oxygenated blood and supplying all parts of the body, pumping to all parts of the body except lungs. Except lungs. So it will be this main aorta is supplying all the blood. And one more important point I want to say regarding this one. All the arteries will carry pure oxygenated blood all parts of the body. And for heart purpose, separate artery is there. The coronary artery will carry blood. So every artery will carry pure blood to the all parts of the body except pulmonary artery. Only one pulmonary artery never carry the pure blood. It always carry impure blood. Once again I will repeat, all the arteries will carry pure oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery main function is to carry the deoxygenated impure blood for purification in the lungs. And here, after purification, all that the impure blood will coming to the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. How it will coming means the impure blood is coming from all the veins of human body. All the veins always will carry impure blood to inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Each and every vein in our body will carry deoxygenated impure blood to the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava, and this except pulmonary vein. The only pulmonary vein will carry the pure blood to the right atrium and it will go to left ventricle. Now here, whatever the wall is placed between right atrium, left atrium is atrioventricular septum, and between right ventricle and left ventricle is ventricular aperture, and totally the wall we call auriculoventricular aperture. The auriculoventricular aperture separating right atrium, right ventricle, and left ventricle, left ventricle. That is called because it's separating both the atria and ventricle. That purpose we call auriculoventricular septum. So this total heart is function is like that. Finally, we'll get the pure blood and impure blood in this way. So in the next topic, I will continue. Just a 1 minute break. Here that what you call normal healthy person. Now I am going to discuss about the what you call blood pressure BP point of view. Here we having one instrument to measure the BP, sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer, very lengthy name. Sphygmo is one syllable, manometer, second syllable. Sphygmomanometer, this is the BP machine, and this is discovered by Van Bask. This is discovered by Van Bask. And this sphygmomanometer measures the here one we having the two types of systems, contraction, relaxation. Heart will take two types of actions: contraction of the heart, relaxation of the heart. And the contraction of the heart is called systole, and relaxation of the heart is called diastole. And this is 120 by 80. This is the normal BP, normal blood pressure. And scientist is Van Bask, the sphygmomanometer. Now I am going to give, if the BP having certain variations, different BP ranges. Sometimes temporary rise of BP will be there. Sometimes the BP will rise permanently. They will say that one is a BP patient. So they will continuously lifelong they has to take the tablets. But by taking the tablets point of view, another illness will come in the body, and that will get new disease permanently. So people has to take, before getting the BP, people has to take normal, simple, natural medicine for the natural food. In the food only we have to change. That too, in the psychologically, they shouldn't take any kind of depression for any sort of the debacle in your life. In your life, whatever the problem you are facing, that should be taken as simple. And some people will think that one, here this is happened for me, I may die. Like that, because of this tension, lot of blood pressure will increase in our body, and lot of problems will get sometimes fatally died. Recently we are seeing many people are getting the and what you call high BP and suddenly is dying. And you know already the Punit Rajkumar and makeup party gone someone Reddy in Rayalaseema, and they already died. And because of already that, and recently one greatest singer Sai Chand is also at the age of just 38 years, he is also died because of the heart attack. In that mainly the why that means the mainly the people will say bad cholesterol is the main criteria for it, but it's not the right one. That is not the genuine reason. Bad cholesterol will make fatal. The triglycerides which are present in the body, it will make the heart attack very dangerous. So the triglycerides count should be decreased, and that should be going to be happen because of the a good kind of exercise to the body and limited food always. And food is nice. I want to eat more and more like that you're taking, and biggest problem will be there. Don't satisfy your tongue. If you are satisfied your tongue means your tongue can keep lot of troubles for your body. So you want to satisfy your tongue, you will be out of coverage area on this earth. So and then I will give one example for you what actually the BP system point of view. Suppose here one person is called Mr. Venkat. He is having blood pressure is 120 by 80. So he is normal and he will be happy. He won't take something he lost 1,000 rupees also. Yes, let me, tomorrow I may get in some other way. We have to be in positive approach. I lost 5,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees, what to do? Like that. Don't take, it is up to your nose. Some people will take like that. Something gone happened like that. Don't take that hesitation. And next is Ramya, and her BP is 125/85. If Ramya's BP is 125/85, she will feel and just a little bit above the normal ranges. And what she will feel? Simply she will feel, hey, move that side. And simple reason purpose irritation. And ayo, I lost my pen. And simple pen loss means he has to keep calm, but I lost my pen. Irritation, something happened. So this kind of mentality Ramya will get because her BP is little bit above the normal range. Irritation and worries. And now come to the point of next, Mr. Kaushik. Mr. Kaushik, his BP is 140/90. And this person, every time, I have to go there. Simply purpose the registration. And his vehicle is not getting started means, no, my vehicle something happened. Somebody will come, something will come. And simply getting angry. Hey, Mr. Kaushik, here, come here means, oh, yes, sir, coming. So everything purpose he will take it as serious and irritation also. And write means, right, I will write, okay. So this kind of attitude the Kaushik is going to have. And the next is and Mr. Karim. Karim is 110/70. Here instead of 120, 110 is there. Here instead of 80, 70 is there. What is this attitude means? Mr. Karim, you got nice first class miss. Okay. He won't treat you with happiness. Okay, he will say. So that weakness and let me play means. Okay, we'll play. Always drowsy and looks like if anybody put jokes also, he will be uncontrolled. So that is Karim's attitude. Now suppose if one person one person he suddenly got a little bit accident and that person is blood is not getting stopped. Blood is not getting stopped and not getting clot. Blood has to clot means a fibrin network should be formed in our body. Fibrin network should be formed means fibrinogen has to become fibrin with the help of the thrombin. And so this kind of mechanism is not happened means something is wrong in the body will say. First thing is what will be the reason for continuous flow of what you call blood means first of all if that person is having hemophilia. Hemophilia means is completely the person never stops, and accident means it is a very out of thousand one person will get this kind of disorder, blood disorder. First is having hemophilia. Second, the main second block is having deficiency of vitamin K. Vitamin K deficiency. Vitamin K deficiency also is leading and third point is less number of blood platelets. Blood platelets. And second one is thrombokinase is not released. Thrombokinase is not released. Released. Not released. This point of view also, that means first of all the person fell down, he got accident, and due to that reason is hemophilia he got, maybe he is having the disorder hemophilia. Okay, that is not there. Another reason will be vitamin K deficiency, that is also okay, and maybe less number of blood platelets, that is also okay. Means finally thrombokinase is not released. Out of these four, any one is lacking means the continuous flow of blood will take place without getting clot. So this is the one important disorder. Now I am going to explain the single circulation and double circulation. Now you can see here single circulation first, single circulation of the blood. Here this will be occur mainly in fishes. The fishes having gills. In the gills, lot of oxygen going to be entered. The fishes will take dissolved oxygen from the water. Fishes cannot take direct oxygen. It will take, the fishes will take dissolved oxygen through the gills and water, and which is dissolved oxygen. From there, carbon dioxide is going to be released here, and oxygen blood will come, and the oxygen blood will supply body parts of the fish, and again this will come to the heart of the fish, From this heart, it will directly comes to the gills again. And here only one circulation is taking place. From the gills, the purified oxygenated blood from the gills, it will come to body parts. From the body parts, it will come to heart. From the heart, it will come to the gills again. So, and only because of the single movement point of view, we call single circulation. Example for the single circulation of blood means we can say fishes. All fishes are example for this one. So now we'll go for the double circulation. Now here you can see the from the all parts of the body, the deoxygenated blood reaches the lungs here. Reaches the lungs, deoxygenated blood. How it will reach us means you know very well. One human being, example, if you are taking means, it will reach us from superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, and this lung it will come to the right atrium. From the right atrium through the triphosphate valve, it will goes to right ventricle. From the right ventricle, it will passes through the pulmonary artery to the lungs, where the lungs is a purifying mission. I told you the purifying mission of our body, and it will purifies. It sends to the blood to the once again back to the heart, where the right ventricle and from the right auricle will come. From the right auricle through the bicuspid valve is there, that is another name is mitral valve. It will reaches the left ventricle. It will enters into the left atrium. From the left atrium, bicuspid valve or mitral valve. And how it will enter from the lungs means from the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein will carry the pure oxygenated blood which is entering into the left atrium and which is passes through the bicuspid valve, so called mitral valve, and enter into the ventricle. From there, the largest blood vessel of our body, aorta, receives and pumps all parts of the body except the lungs. So here oxygenated blood will come here. One time the in the heart, one time the pure blood will come, another time the impure blood will come. So two circulations going to be taken place here, and that is the reason we are calling is a double circulation. And in which kind of organisms it will take means aves, we can call it birds, reptiles, and mammals, including the human. This double circulation is going to be taken place. So, and this is about what we call transportation in human being, and more points will come. And along with that one, in the next episode, transportation in the plants like xylem, phloem, and total structure and the pathway, flow chart of the pathway, also going to explain what kind of mechanism will take place in all the way. So in this lesson, we are having transportation in human beings and transportation in the plants. You will get not a lot of knowledge for your examination point of view. And thank you for watching.